Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm gonna give you the list of the products from Innisfree that I like and I don't like. So yeah, let's start this video. At first I have their Aloe Soothing Gel. Okay, this is a pretty naive, fragrance-free, non-problematic product, but see, this is one aloe gel, right? But it has less than 1% aloe. How can I tell you? Because if you see the ingredients list, you will say phenoxyethanol, which is a preservative. Safe limit of phenoxyethanol is 1% in a product. So it comes before aloe vera extract. And since the ingredients are listed from highest concentration to lowest concentration, so if the safe limit of phenoxyethanol is 1% and aloe vera extract comes after that, I mean, we can tell that it has 1% or less than 1% aloe vera extract. So this product is misleading because they are selling this as aloe gel, but this is nothing but water and glycol. But strangely, and I'm guilty of liking this gel, but you should know this, that you're not getting aloe vera, you are getting water and glycol. That's it. This is a very non-problematic gel. It is very light, non-sticky, fragrance-free. But aloe vera gel, no, this is not aloe vera gel because it has so low concentration of aloe vera. My skin likes it. I like it as a soothing gel. So this is the thing. If you're looking for like something that has high concentration of aloe, obviously one aloe gel, you can expect that from that product. So this is not this. It has less than 1% aloe, and aloe is something you can put it on your skin, high concentration. This is not like those ingredients, okay, you cannot put it on your skin at a very high concentration. Is gonna like irritate your skin. Since aloe vera gel is almost 80% water, our skin can endure it at high concentration. And the same issue with their aloe sleeping mask. They claim it to be like aloe sleeping mask, but again it has less than 1% aloe because phenoxyethanol comes before aloe vera extract. Even Centella acetica is the last ingredient. And somewhat I like this sleeping mask because this is again non-problematic. It has glycol, silicone. See, if your skin doesn't like silicone, then you can skip this one, but silicone can be actually good. It can prevent the water loss, and this ingredient has been tested for very long time. In beauty, they propagate this thing that silicone, this is bad. And I have found one video from Lia Wu. She explained about silicone very well in that video. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. And this feels very lightweight, non-sticky. This is a very basic night cream, but to call it aloe night cream is misleading because it has less than 1% aloe. Because this one and this one, no matter how much I like this, but these are misleading because these products, they have less than 1% aloe. So yeah, you should know this. And I have made detailed video about this too. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. Okay, now we have their volcanic clay mask, and I don't like this mask that much because it didn't do much for my skin. It has walnut shells, and honestly I'm not that impressed with this mask because it simply failed to work on my skin. But I can recommend this one. This is their another Cica mask. I actually kind of like this clay mask because it doesn't feel that drying. Ingredients are decent as well. If I have to get any mask from Innisfree, that's gonna be this. And it is not that stripping, and I put 2 or 3 drops of squalane in this mask to get this extra hydration and moisturization. And I like this mask, but I'm not gonna repurchase it for now. In future, if I want to try a clay mask, then this is gonna be this because it is fragrance free, non-problematic, and my skin likes it. So this is, I think, will be a better option. So now there are products I really hate from Innisfree, so yeah, brace yourself. So this is their volcanic toner, their face wash from Jeju Volcanic Pore Cleansing Foam. I got this for free, but still I'm not going to use this on my skin. The reason is simple, because these are highly alkaline, and you need to know one thing: our skin has this pH from 4.8 till, it can extend till 5.8 to 6, but normally the generally healthy pH is from 5 to 5.5, and the like ideal pH is 5.5 and you want your gentle face wash or toner to have this pH so that our skin's normal pH doesn't get disrupted. And when our skin's healthy pH gets disrupted, what happens? Our skin's protective barrier, it gets sacrificed, and from there all the problems they come, like skin irritation, acne, sensitive skin, everything. So we need to use products on our face that can support our skin's barrier. They shouldn't like disturb our skin's barrier, as simple as that. And these two are highly alkaline. I have tested their pH. I'm gonna show you right now. Our face wash shouldn't be alkaline, but this face wash is highly alkaline. You can see it is turning green, and this is very bad. It's gonna disrupt our skin's barrier. I advise you to avoid it. See, it has pH of 9, and this toner, any toner should balance our skin's pH, but this toner itself is alkaline, so how it is gonna balance our skin's pH? I don't recommend this toner either. So you could see the truth, and I'm not gonna use this on my skin. I got these things for free, but still I'm not using this. So there is no question spending my money on these products, and I don't recommend this because these are highly alkaline, not good for our skin. So up next I have another few products I got, samples, and I really wanted to like this, but again this have more fragrance than green tea, and I understand that green tea at like high concentration it can oxidize or it can give this brown tint to a product. So brands often use this at low concentration because they don't want this tint, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna put more fragrance in your products than green tea extract. This is just not done, and I have tried their eye cream though because I thought okay, it might be a good idea, and Sarah, she used this eye cream and it worked for her. But for me it didn't work because I got this irritation around my eyes. If you have seen, I got this rash around my eyes. That was for this eye cream. So no, I don't recommend this one, as eye cream should be fragrance free because it can irritate delicate under eye area. So it doesn't make any sense to me, and the toner actually could have been really nice if they only if Innisfree would have omitted the fragrance from this toner. It would have been really great because the pH of this toner is actually good. And the green seed serum, it has fragrance, more fragrance than green tea extract, though they have used more green tea oil in there. But the third ingredient is alcohol denant, which can be drying. This is a drying alcohol. Alcohol denant can work with some nourishing formula, but with this serum I'm not sure, and it feels very light on the skin because of the high concentration of non-fatty alcohol. So I'm not going to use this on my skin, and this has fragrance, a loss of fragrance. Problematic fragrance, then the formulation, everything. I'm not comfortable using this, as simple as that. The last thing I have from Innisfree is their Bija Cica gel. It has water, then one glycol, panthenol. It has centella acetica as well, but it comes in the last section of the ingredients list. This is okay, average, not the best. I have used this for quite a while. This is overpriced. I know it's fragrance free. This is a Cica cream. Cica creams or gel, they're actually for soothing our skin. Mostly they use centella acetica. These days I'm seeing they use panthenol, a lot of panthenol in there. So yeah, this is for soothing our skin, calming our skin. This is fragrance free. This has good ingredients. I mean, okay ingredients, but we are paying 1,700 for 40 ml, and they have one cream as well from this line, and they're saying first we have to use this gel, then we can use that cream. They have one toner from this line, but this is overpriced, and simply I have better option. If you are looking for light moisturizer like in a Cica form, you can try this Etude House Sun Young. This is kind of a light moisturizer, and this is very high on panthenol. Another product, if you're looking for a gel, soothing gel, I can recommend Cosrx Ultimate Honey Sleeping Mask. This gel is fragrance free, non-sticky and very soothing. It actually calms down and hydrates my skin. And if you're looking for a thick Cica cream, then I can recommend this from Bioderma. It has really good ingredients list, and it can be used as spot treatment. This is actually good. I have been using this and I really like this. I have made a video about this product. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. This Cica cream, don't put it around your eyes because this has this ingredient called hexandiol, something like that, and this is, I read, it's not that safe for this under eye area. It can cause irritation. So this Cica gel from Innisfree might not be a good idea for our under eye area. And this is one average product, average and overpriced, though fragrance free, but there are like obviously better products available. And one more thing, I got this sample from Etude House Sunyang, but I don't know from where I'm gonna get this full product, and this is actually very good. I got this from Nykaa, this samples. This is their cream and this is their Sunyang Cica cream, and this is good. So if you can get this Sunyang Cica cream, then I think it's gonna be a good thing. This Cica cream has high concentration of panthenol. It feels really light and moisturizing. So that's all for now. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this. See you very soon. Bye bye.